opportunities to finally make that surge, partner. They're leaving themselves in a tough position in terms of the playoffs.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So Cleveland will get the first possession. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Allen is out there with Mahinmi. Then there's Ellis. Then there's Hill. And it's George in at the 3 spot. Now here's Love. Excellent D there from Allen.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Cleveland on defense. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, ran away with that game, mainly in part because of their offense.
Yeah, the ball movement and player movement, so crisp and sharp, and it led to a lot of high-quality shots for him.
Nobody near Allen. Love grabs the board. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Ellis against Shumpert. Ellis goes in. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Shumpert. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second.
Thank you, Cleveland!
Stuckey drives inside. Hill has the open look. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. Hill's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. No one near James as he lets it go. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Cavaliers on top, up 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And Cavs head coach David Blatt beginning his NBA career after a long and illustrious career coaching over in Europe. He talked about the difference coaching abroad.
There's just a lot more practice time. And when the games come, you're still playing 2, maximum 3 times a week. You know, here you could be playing 4 or 5 times a week, and your practice time is going to be limited, and your ability to change things is going to be limited. You know, adjustments can and will be made and should be made, but you got to be a lot more pointed.
And Blatt, one of the most successful American coaches in European basketball history, Clark, and he's done a great job in his first season with the Cavaliers in the NBA, but nothing he did overseas certainly can compare to this.
And, you know, that's why, Kevin, people always talk about it in terms of being a marathon and not a sprint. There's nothing that compares to the NBA grind. Nothing is comparable to it.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Indiana, Hill and Stuckey are the guard set. Solomon Hill is out there with Hill. And it's Mahinmi in at the center. Not much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark. Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
Offensive rebound, Thompson. It's stolen by Mahimi. To the paint, here's Hill. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 5.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pick up by Hill. Hill with it. Picked up by Thompson. Stuckey against Smith. Clock at 6. Stuckey into the lane. Stuckey with another miss. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Beyond the arc. No good. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Cavaliers lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with LeBron James. LeBron, how were you guys able to make that first half look so easy?
No, it's not easy at all. We're just flying around helping each other defensively, and we're able to get stops and we're able to execute offensively.
A disruptive defense, always dangerous. LeBron, thank you. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
They're shooting way too much from the mid-range and the outside. The offense lacks dimension, and that could really hurt them in the second half, Ronnie. I like to see their bigs get down and dirty. They got to play way tougher.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. And here are the Pacers now. A 2-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron, and it's Irving in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for David Blatt. That's good. Irving's got the first points of the second half here for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his NBA career. And Greg, does he need to be more of a pure point guard?
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career, because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
You know, one thing you can say about Kyrie Irving, as he's got more talent around him, he's become much more efficient offensively. Shot selection had been a question for him, but no longer as he's gotten more help.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. And Indiana with a change here, too. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Hill. Ellis can't get it to go. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Shumpert with it, picked up by Ellis. Shumpert against Ellis. Mozgov with the bucket.
And Irving with multiple 55-point games last season. The first player to do that since the great Kobe Bryant back in 07.
Now here's Ellis. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. They set the pick. And here's Miles outside. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Here's Irving. Feet away, and it's Ellis with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The third quarter comes to a close. And the final period of play just about to start. The Cavaliers leading by 8. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. LaVoy Allen out there with Hill. And it's Hill in at the guard position. Now here's Irving. Shoots from the high post. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Pacers shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Stuckey kicks to George. From 11 feet away, here's Allen. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
So it's the Cavaliers now, leading by 5. Irving drives in. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Good game for Irving. He has 8 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He urged his players to keep fighting, saying, we're right there, but the margin of error has shrunk. We've got to play aggressive and smart. Guys?
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Love outside. The 11-footer bounces high off the rim and drops.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Timeout called the Pacers. They trail by 9. 1:02 left in the fourth. J.R. Smith checked in for Cleveland. And George kicks to Allen. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Mozgov's checked in. And Indiana with a change here, too. Mahimi's checked in. 50 seconds left to play in the final quarter. George against LeBron. Look at that jam! Just beautiful.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic?
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And that's going to be a travel. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Thompson. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Indiana again missing.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
And the shot is good.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
Turner. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
First one falls for him. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving. Shaq, your thoughts?
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight. No matter how tight the D played him, he was still shooting it right in their face.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.